Corey was in such a hurry to get home that he borrowed Cole's car without asking. However, he quickly made it to his apartment, hoping to find his girlfriend.
Goldie, you home?
But he's met with silence. Thoughts ran through his mind as he could only imagine the things Wolf could do to her. Unbeknownst to him, Wolf and his guys already figured out Corey's whereabouts and are inside his apartment building making their way to his floor. Suddenly, 3 loud knocks pulsated from the front door of his apartment. Corey's blood runs cold because he knows who's on the other side of that door.
Corey, you little pig. Open up now or I'll break your door down.
He knocks 3 more times on the door.
Come on, pig. Open up now. You know I can break this door down.
Nerves took over Corey's body as he remembers a window in his second bedroom that leads to a fire escape. But before he can make a move, Wolf comes crashing through the door. He charges towards a staggering Corey, and Corey was defenseless against his attacks. He repeatedly hit Corey in the face while tossing him from corner to corner until he's lying motionless on the floor.
Find that bitch. I've got the little pig.
He arrogantly stood over Corey, boasting in his defeat, while his goons looked around Corey's apartment, purposely destroying things. Corey was able to pull out his pocket knife and launched the knife into Wolf's bottom leg. Wolf howled in pain as he grabbed his leg. Then Corey musters all his strength and runs into the room out of the window. Wolf regained his composure and ordered his goons after Corey. Corey made it down the fire escape, and although wounded, he was still quicker than Wolf expected. Wolf watches in disbelief as Corey reaches the bottom of the stairs, gets back into Cole's car, and drives off.
Don't let him get away.
He and his goons picked up speed and followed behind in their cars. One car carrying 4 men were directly behind Corey, while Wolf rode as a back passenger in the other car. Corey is intrigued by the chase, and the faster Corey went, the angrier Wolf became.
You sneaky motherfucker. Hurry up. Don't lose this pig.
Wolf yelled to the driver, and he sped up faster, but he quickly realized no matter how fast they all went, Corey was more skillful at driving than any of them were. And he makes a sharp turn, confusing the chasers, and a car directly behind him crashes into a building. Wolf looks up ahead at the crash.
Watch out!
His driver swerves to the side to avoid the crash, but allowed Corey to disappear further down the road. With Wolf miles away, Corey made a safe return to Cole's house. They were relieved to see each other, but Cole immediately noticed his bruised brother and was rightfully concerned.
What happened to your face?
Wolf happened.
Holy shit! What about Goldie?
She wasn't there. Listen, that crazy motherfucker is headed this way.
I told you not to go back there, Corey.
There was no time for arguing, as Wolf soon discovered where Cole lived, and he and his goons were surrounding the outside of Cole's house. Suddenly, there were 3 loud knocks on the back door.
It's him.
No shit.
Hey, little pigs. It's all over now because I'm burning it all down.
The brothers smelled smoke, and they carefully glanced out of a window only to find Cole's car engulfed with flames. Thankfully, Corey's car was parked down the street. They just needed to get to it. They needed to think of a plan. But just then, a Molotov was thrown into the window of the back door, and it forces the brothers towards the front door. Once again, there were 3 more loud knocks.
Let me in or I'll bury you up to your chin.
They both backed away from the front door, afraid to go any further. Moments later, a second Molotov is thrown into the front windows of the house, setting the entire living room ablaze. Cole was very upset, for everything he had of sentimental value was gone within an instant.
My fucking house!
They can hear Wolf laughing from outside.
Suddenly I'm in the mood for some bacon. Extra crispy.
That bastard's crazy. He's gonna burn us alive.
No, he won't.
He knew there was another way out through his basement, and he led his brother down the stairs and out that basement door. They made it outside, but were spotted by Wolf and his goons. Wolf resumed his attack on Corey, while the other 2 goons hit Cole. Both brothers were badly beaten, but during the struggle, Cole manages to overpower one of the goons and takes his gun away. He shoots and kills the goon with his own gun. He turns to shoot the last goon, but the man knocked the gun from Cole's hands, and they start fighting. But Cole finds a thick and long stick, then he hits the goon over the head. When the man fell, Cole retrieved the gun and shoots it in the air. It stops Corey's ruthless assault. Cole can see his brother lying on the ground motionless, and he points the gun directly at Wolf, threatening him.
You touch my brother again, I'll kill you.
You don't have the balls, pig.
He could see that Cole's hand was shaking, and he decided to call his bluff. When he took a step further, Cole shot Wolf in the shoulder. and he fell up against the car and slowly slipped on the concrete. Cole picks up and carries his brother to the car as sirens are now being heard. He turned to see his once beautiful home completely unrecognizable, which makes him regretful of this night. Cole passed the sirens as Wolf and his goon were up and back in the car and not far behind. There was only one place left for Cole to go, and despite knowing very little about this town, Wolf was eager to get his revenge. Cole gathered his momentum and sped up onto Carl's property, frantically honking the horn, desperately trying to get Carl's attention. Finally, Carl opens from the shed to see his two brothers in Corey's car. Carl directs his brothers to drive into the shed. The shed door closes, and Carl proceeds to take care of both his brothers, listening as Cole explains their dreadful night. Wolf was close enough to slow down and turn off his lights, cautiously driving onto the secluded estate. He shuts the car off, and they both step out and look around.
We need to split up. You cover the left, I got the right side. Got it?
They both nodded in acceptance of this plan, and each proceeded to go their own way. 20 minutes has passed, with Wolf walking aimlessly around the property. There was only one source of light coming from the door to the shed. He turns his attention to the shed door and walks in that direction.
Hey, little pigs, open the door. I'm coming in once more.
All of a sudden, a spine-chilling scream was coming from the inside of the shed. Wolf's reaction was to break down the shed doors. He ran to where he heard the sound. After stepping inside the room, the dim light made it nearly impossible for him to see his surroundings. However, the repulsive smell met him sooner. The room was quiet, except for the underlying crunching and grunting sounds he couldn't pinpoint. Wolf continued to walk inside the large room, and he spots a light switch on the wall. He turns on the light switch, and to his horror, there were fresh remains on the floor, and from the looks of it and smell of it, he knew they were human. On the side of the wall sat a large electric meat grinder, with pieces of flesh hanging from the grinder plate. The further he walked, the smell became almost unbearable. He covers his nose and mouth to mask the smell. He holds in his vomit as he continued onward. The moaning stopped, but the crunching sounds grew louder. He stumbles into an enormous pig pen, filled with 3 giant hogs weighing over 400 pounds. Upon relentless investigation, he was horrified to see his remaining goon lying in the pig pen being eaten alive by the hogs. They chewed on his neck and ate his tongue out of his mouth. There were parts of his intestines that were being eaten, while some were spread all over the floor. Wolf backs away from the horrid sight and regurgitated on the floor. He was appalled from what he witnessed tonight and felt his friend deserved better. There was also the petrifying truth that Carl is a serial killer whose victims are fed to his beloved 3 hogs. Wolf had seen enough, but without warning, a blast from a shotgun sent him and the hogs running for cover. Further away, a menacing laugh is heard. A wolf peeks out of cover long enough to see the silhouette of 2 men. They were both armed, cautiously walking inside of the room.
I'm not the pig you want, but I'm the pig you got.
He let off another shot towards Wolf, missing him by inches. Wolf was consumed with so much rage that he didn't want to go home without a fight. He found a sharp piece of metal and waited. When Cole walked past him, he snuck behind him and stabbed Cole twice in the back. Blood quickly gushes out of his body. Cole could feel his body going cold. Carl yells out for his brother. And raises his gun, firing shots at Wolf. Wolf dodges the shots and falls back into cover. Carl runs out of ammo, and Wolf seizes the opportunity to grab Cole's gun. He raises the heavy shotgun, pulls the trigger, but the gun was jammed, which made Carl run from the shadows. The two began to fight, and there was a battle between 2 strong men, with both exchanging blows. Whilst Cole is gravely wounded, he makes a final attempt to help his brother by grabbing the shotgun. He was able to fire a shot, but only ended up hitting Carl in the leg. Cole drops the shotgun and passes out. Meanwhile, Wolf dashes out of the shed. Carl grabs his shotgun and reloads, then follows Wolf out of the shed, who was already down the hill. Wolf ran back to his car, yet all of the tires were removed. He makes a quick decision to dart inside of the nearby woods, passing a sign that read Brimstone Woods. He has no idea how deep the woods will go, but figures this would be perfect in escaping Carl. Eventually, Carl did give up his search, not wanting to enter the woods himself, and returned to the farmhouse. Wolf never saw the brothers again, and as he ran deeper into the woods, he thought of the sign he passed, Brimstone Woods, and wondered what mysterious place awaits him.